South Carolina has taken 2 of the previous 3 meetings between these schools this year. And here we go in Tampa. The Final Four is underway. Of course, about 21 a game. That's 16th in the nation. Here's Booker. High catch, elevates, and drops it in. Clear charge there, and so 1 apiece on the 2 key bigs for South Carolina. Knocked away by Pow, a timely steal. Tahina Pow will lay it in.
Terrific defense by Tahina Pow on Shea Holly. She read that pass, was in denied, jumped the route, and got the easy 2.
Pow, second team All-SEC. Ticketed for the WNBA. Following her conclusion here at South Carolina. National champion a year ago as Ntanda gets free and lays it in. Harmon has it knocked away. We've seen this kind of pressure defense from Raven Johnson. Saw it against Caitlin Clark in the national championship game last year. Booker again for Madison. Booker feeling it early on. Booker, who, as Rebecca alluded to before, shot just 26% against South Carolina this year. Hall keeps it alive.
And this is a South Carolina team. All of these starters were here a year ago.
Harmon drops it in. A 10-2 start for Texas. Lob inside. Edwards finds Fagan. What a nice find from Joyce Edwards. A terrific passing big. Miriam Dowda, who's played just 4 minutes a game in this tournament, getting early action here. Harmon kicks it out. Holly over to Booker. Her jumper is good. Even though we know she's not rooting for Texas tonight, I'm sure she's rooting for their footwear. Here's Harmon elevating and gets denied by Raven Johnson. And they'll say it last hit Texas out of bounds to South Carolina.
Raven Johnson at only 5'9" is a very good defender and a deceptive shot blocker. You see her here.
And the Gamecock faithful behind their bench rising to their feet.
Rory Harmon very important offensively here. Lee as well.
Harmon drops it in. Big bucket there for Rory Harmon.
She's going to have to take the load of playmaking while Booker is out of the game.
Here's Full Wiley, always electrifying. Malaysia dips in for 2.
Full Wiley is so quick and shifty here. Behind the back, through the leg, crossover, gets by the defender, post-entry passes.
I don't know that anything excites you as much as a dirty lane. Full Wiley is hot early. (10-3) South Carolina run. What a move from Ntanda, carving up the D.
Driving to the basket, putting it in spin cycle, finishing as well.
Shea Holly doing a nice job denying Tessa Johnson. Edwards feeds Dowda, back to Edwards, on the interior, lays it in.
And Malaysia Full Wiley, that has truly been the key. When you talk about Joyce Edwards and Malaysia Full Wiley.
About a 2-second difference, game and shot clock. Here's Edwards, veering to the cup, Joyce Edwards. 6. Oldacre, surrounded by 3, lost it. Johnson has it. Johnson gives it up. Pow. Yes.
Led the nation in 3-point field goal percentage. Out in transition, you can get a clean look. It's deep, but relatively clean. And
last year led the nation in 3-point shooting percentage at 47%. Lee looking to respond, cannot. When Ntanda flags it down. When Ntanda kicks it back out, Lee got that one. Harmon 2 of 7 now. Pow gives it up. Johnson extra feed, and Fagan lays it in. How long does Vic Schaefer wait for Booker? Oh, not much longer. Booker going to the scorer's table. Here's Lee dipping inside, able to bank it in.
Beautiful footwork.
Full Wiley dashing through the lane, able to float it in.
When she has space, watch out, because she can get by just about any defender, get to a spot.
Off to Harmon. Lee, mid-range jumper. She got it. Jones surrounded by 3, 8 to shoot here. Preston turns the corner and lays it in. Texas back in front. Backdoor Kitts lays it in as Booker had to be careful there playing with 2. First points of the game for Chloe Kitts. Jordan Lee fakes the 3, puts it on the floor and hits the jumper. How about Jordan Lee in this second quarter? Preston now racing up the floor. Lobbing it in, Jones the catch and the finish. Good action here in this second quarter with Texas and South Carolina. Gets it back, Booker's 3, off. Edwards bounces it ahead. Hall alone at the rim. What a dish from Joyce Edwards. So Booker back to the bench with Texas leading by 2 as Hall banks it in and ties it at 33. Here's Johnson guarded by Lee. Tessa Johnson floats it up and off. Tip won't go from Edwards. Gets blocked by Jones, controlled by Texas. Gets toppled on by Fagan. 4-on-4 the other way. Johnson can't finish. Raven flags it down. Pow, pow. You bet. Johnson backs away into Fagan. Fagan patiently curls it in. Beautiful move from Sanaya Fagan. Hits. Almost went up and down. Here's Bree Hall. She got it on a 3. Celebrating to the point of stumbling.
Texas now back to man-to-man.
Here's Kitts, fakes the jumper, now will take and hit. It's an 8-point edge for the Gamecocks. In the SEC championship game, we had 5 bad minutes. Ended up getting outscored 21-6 in the second quarter. You can't have 5 bad minutes against South Carolina. As Booker hits the jumper,
they would then switch back to the zone.
Hall jumper is good. Stays on her feet this time. They have so many different players on any given night can step up like this. Booker wanted a whistle, didn't get it, and at last hits her out of bounds to South Carolina. Great defense from Bree Hall. Here's Booker around the screen. Booker elevates and hits again. 6-point South Carolina lead. Kitts darts one in. Fagan, no. Rebound, Kitts able to spin it in through some contact.
Especially on the defensive end.
Harmon in the mid-range. She got it. 6-point South Carolina lead. Joyce Edwards, the freshman who was terrific in the first half. In off the bench for South Carolina. Edwards motors to the cup.
Well, she's a local from South Carolina, grew up in Camden, and when she was just 12 years old, she went to a Don Staley basketball camp. Her reward for winning the MVP and best player.
And Edwards helped change the game. And now Booker has it stolen. How about Pow Pow? How many times have we seen her sneak in and come up with a steal?
Tahina Pow just doing a terrific job reading the eyes. Comes up and just darts right through. Saw that the ball was going to go there, got the steal, finished.
Rick Schaefer talks about how mature defensively Jordan Lee is for a freshman. Booker kicks. Harmon's long 2, way off. And here comes Edwards again, trying to go coast to coast. Joyce Edwards all the way in.
With a little bit of contact. Tongue wagging, eyes on the rim, focus there.
Tessa Johnson flashes free and dumps it in as Booker was careful with her 3 fouls. Couldn't finish on the drive. Here's for Wiley, head of steam, pulled the string. Tessa Johnson, one more for Tessa Johnson. An 11-0 South Carolina run. Lee, wide open 3 is good. A big one there for Texas, and the second of the night for Lee. Texas 3rd in the nation in defensive efficiency. Fagan waits, can't finish. Harmon gets up for that rebound. Here's Harmon kicking to the corner. Lee connects. The third three for Jordan Lee. She has 16. Pow, pow. You bet. It was interesting how much the Texas players said they actually liked the 6 a.m. workouts. As Hall gets free and lays it in. Great delivery from Raven Johnson. Here's Holly. Shea Holly dumps it in. Oldacre looking to use her size, able to twist into a bucket. Here's Edwards.
How about calling for a clear out?
Wants to take it, dishes to the corner. Johnson's jumper is good. Showing the full repertoire today as Harmon hits the mid-range. 14 points, South Carolina lead, under 5 minutes to go. UConn, UCLA up next on ESPN. Johnson connects. And Dawn Staley, as we've seen, seemingly pushes the right button every time when it comes to this time of year. Jones gets denied by Fagan. They also have the number 5 overall prospect, Leah Crump, coming in. And you just can't say enough about what Vic Schaefer has done in his 5 years here with the Longhorns. When Vic was the head coach of Mississippi State, took them to 2 Final Fours. Tack gets blocked on the interior by Carlton. And then lays it in. The shot clock went off. Did they call a violation or did they give him the bucket?
Just an odd sequence.
Scoreboard says no bucket. Here's Preston on the other end, laying it in. In the corner, down to why not? That three is good. South Carolina will play for a national championship on Sunday afternoon.